Do you ever sit down to create and just freeze? Now you've got your supplies out, you're excited to make something, but choosing colors stops you in your tracks. Today, we're going to be talking about why that happens, and I'm going to share a few things that hopefully can help you feel more confident when you sit down to choose colors. Let's get into it. Now, if that sounds like you, you're definitely not alone. I've been there so many times. So today I wanted to talk about color, and I wanted to share some things that really helped me build confidence when choosing colors for my projects. When I started creating, I remember sitting at my desk surrounded by all the colors, just staring at them. I wanted to create something that just felt like me, but I didn't even know where to start with the color. And there's so much inspiration online, right? We can definitely get overwhelmed by all the beautiful projects everywhere. And when I tried to sit down and use the color combinations I saw, it just felt off. And that's when those thoughts creep in like, everyone else seems to get this, why can't I? Maybe I'm just not good at color. And that can be so discouraging. But here's something I wish someone had told me earlier. You're not bad at choosing colors, you just haven't had the chance to experience how they behave together yet. For the longest time, I tried choosing colors by making little swatches, 3 or 4 colors neatly blended together. I've even created color combination guides with 3 little dots of color, but then I'd go to make the actual background. Spraying, blending, adding water, drying, and the colors just didn't look how I imagined. The blend was off, there wasn't much depth, and sometimes everything got muddy. And I would get so frustrated before I even really started. So over the years, here's what I eventually learned. Colors don't show their true personality in swatches. They show themselves in the process. I'm talking when you spray, you blend, you layer more color, you add more water, you add depth, you soften edges, and let them move into each other. That's when you really see how they interact. So instead of testing colors in tiny little blocks, I started testing them in the way I actually use them, by making small backgrounds. Not for a finished project, not for a card just yet, just to play, just to explore, just to get my hands inky and see what colors actually do. Because if you've ever worked with distress colors, you definitely know that they react differently. And that changed everything. Color stopped feeling overwhelming and like I was just guessing and started feeling like discovery. Because once I started playing more, something else became really clear. This may be a little controversial, but color theory is a guide, not a rule book. You've probably heard, don't use red and green together, don't mix warms and cools, and you definitely don't want to blend complementary colors. But the truth is, you can. You just have to learn how the colors behave when they interact with each other. For example, one of my favorite color combinations I just created for my newest 2025 color combination guide uses red and green, a combo people usually avoid. But because I paid attention to how much of each color I was adding, where I placed them, and how much water I added, they worked together beautifully. That's only something you can learn through play, not through memorizing rules and stressing over the what ifs. And this is why I always try to encourage you to experiment. Your style comes from actually creating, from doing, from letting the colors move, from noticing what feels good to you. And when you create with colors that actually inspire you, the process becomes more enjoyable again. And when the process feels good, you naturally love what you create more. Now, I know I said to experiment yourself. However, if you want a little support as you explore color, I've put together a free color combo guide with 15 distress spray color combinations. No rules, no formulas, just starting points. Something you can reach for when you don't know where to begin so you can get to the fun part faster. Although I think creating backgrounds is pretty fun. I'm going to link that for you down below. So you definitely don't need more supplies, you don't need to be naturally gifted, and you definitely don't need to get it perfect. You just need to give yourself permission to play, permission to try, and permission to enjoy color again. And the best part, you already have that permission. You just need to let yourself experiment and let yourself be inspired. And if you are feeling more inspired to keep creating, I have linked a little playlist of mixed media projects for you. I break the mixed media process into easy, manageable steps so that you can try them for yourself. I'll see you there.